Oh, okay. All right. I was talking to a friend of mine. Well, probably one of my only friends. My best friend. Let's call it that.
We don't
right
have a
now,
lot of friends.
he lives in California. All right, and he tells me that the media and everybody is freaking out over the possibility of a civil war. And evidently, they had a briefing at the White House today about it. I wouldn't know. I don't watch. And they're trying to figure out what the problem is. And all the historians and everything were saying, no, it's more likely that we're going to have a civil war than not have a civil war. And, their comeback of that was, calm down, calm down. And I'm like, thinking about it. And I'm like, look, this doesn't have to happen. All right. But if you're a fan of history and you actually have paid attention, it's inevitable. We're going there, okay? I mean, that's just where the country is going.
Yep.
Now, to avoid it, it's very, very simple. It's right here.
Yep.
This is called the Constitution of the United States of America.
Yep.
All right? The Bill of Rights is in here and a few other amendments. Now, if you want to avoid a civil war, I suggest that Merrick Garland and the FBI look at Fourth Amendment, okay? Now, this whole thing about President Trump, I don't really care one way or the other, but I'm telling you this right now, you crossed the Rubicon, okay? You want to avoid a civil war? It's very, very simple. Leave our children alone. Leave us alone, okay? And it's that simple. You just you're hiring 87,000 income tax people, right? Income tax people, IRS people here. And you're going to arm them to go door to door. And in your requirements, you said that you had to be willing to use lethal force if necessary. Does this sound like I'm going to go on faith with this administration? No, I'm telling you, I'm not.
Nope.
All right? This whole raid on Trump, you can tell all the lies you want, but it all goes back to communication. All right? It goes to social media and your little community guidelines. It goes to the mainstream media not telling the truth. And that's an absolute fact. All right? That's where it goes. You have a select group of people that they hate Trump. It's just the funniest thing in the world. Oh, provable crimes, right? And if you ask them, name one crime this man has committed, it's butkus. They got nothing. Then they come back to, I feel. I don't care what you feel.
Yep.
Is it in this book? Right here. If it's not in this book, he didn't do nothing wrong.
They thought they thought they had it. You know what I mean? They think they have the upper hand because the liberal media, the Democrats, all
Right.
of that, they think they have control of Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and all of that stuff. They didn't count, first of all, on the fact that there is a lot more conservative people out there using all of these things, and two, that they're not they literally force the second game in town.
Right.
You know, all those liberal Gabs and
Gab, Parler,
and I don't,
True Social,
yeah.
there's millions of them.
There's
You
a
can
lot
go
of-
on there and not be censored.
Yeah, and so they forced the people out of there, and people communicate. You know, this is not like back in the day where if you read the Wall Street Journal or the Washington Post or the New York Times or whatever, and that's where you got your news, they could twist things around and you would follow whatever slant that particular newspaper had.
Yeah.
This is the era of communication, and you can censor it any way you want to, but in the end, we are in the
truth
era
gets there.
where the truth gets out, and people talk to each other. They communicate. The people that are speaking the truth out there about, like, you know, what did he say? Zero inflation? Is that
Yeah,
what he-
zero inflation. The
Well,
number's
I mean-
8.5.
So if I'm in my little house reading my own newspaper, and the newspaper says that the president, who's not supposed to lie, because he is in power over the
Correct.
people, says there's zero inflation. Okay, maybe, but then I have social media everywhere saying, we're all comparing prices and comparing things. But all I gotta look,
And they put the facts out. They tell you where to get them.
But all I gotta do is look at my receipts from the grocery store and realize that the zero inflation is a lie. I'm gonna tell you why that was a big mistake, because he tipped the very one fact. People that are trying to hide their head under the sand.
Right.
Okay. Usually say, well, they're in government. How can they lie? They won't lie to the people. They won't lie to the public. But him coming saying a bold-faced lie, saying to everybody, every housewife in America, every husband in America, every kid in America, they can't afford to put food on the table. They can't afford to put they have to decide whether to put gas in the car and food on the table. So him standing up there saying zero inflation, and he lied. So you gotta understand, you don't have to be that smart.
How much is a pound of hamburger?
Like $4 right now.
$4 a pound for hamburger.
You don't have to be that smart to realize that he lied. And two, if you're just a little bit smart, you'll wonder, what else are they lying about?
But,
that's it.
in all actuality, I mean, President Trump, he's a grown-ass man, all right? You want to search his office to the day he dies, I don't care.
Me neither.
But you nasty people, you went through Melania Trump's closet and her underwear drawer. You sick fucks.
Hey.
Sorry. I mean, that's just disgusting. All right?
I'd probably throw away all that stuff.
I read that stupid search. Yeah, I wouldn't wear nothing after them
I'd
people
throw
did
away
it.
everything.
Look, I read the search warrant. You people claim to have had an informer, right? When the government says a confidential informant, it means a fishing trip. And I'll tell you why. If you knew what you were looking for and where it was, it wouldn't have taken you 10 hours and 30 agents to get it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you got people freaked out.
Just remember, he's lying. He stood up there and lied to you. What else are they lying about? Just wonder.
I mean,
the magnitude of this lie, the magnitude of it, you guys, because all you have to do is be alive in the United States today to realize that was a lie. What else do they lie about?
They're sick. This is a mental disorder, all right? It's called Trump derangement syndrome. You have been investigating this man for over 6 years and have found butt kiss. Plus, you have absolutely confessed to Congress that the FBI has lied. The FBI changed and manufactured evidence to get search warrants. You used a phony dossier that my sources tell me you knew was phony within 24 hours, and you also knew Hillary Clinton paid for it, and that's what you used to get a wiretap to tap the phone of a presidential candidate. You people are disgusting. We can't calm down. You need to step back. Take a deep breath. Get away from our children. Stop persecuting Christians. It's like, you want to believe that we're the nasty people, but guess what? We're not. You're the nasty people. Yeah. But I'm telling you, we can all avoid this. This little book right here. It tells you everything you need to know. And all you have to do is stop violating the Constitution.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can give it a closeout.
Just remember, they do not have your best interest in mind.
None.
Okay?
No one wants violence. Why do you keep pushing us to it?
They live in a world that is completely different to your world.
Yeah.
Our world.
Our world.
They don't have to go shopping. They don't have to look at your bank account. They don't have to look at their own bank account to decide whether this month, you're gonna be able to afford beef, or you're gonna have to eat chicken the entire month. Or even worse, they don't have to look at their bank account to decide whether they're gonna eat beans and rice, or they're actually gonna be able to afford something else. Nothing.
Nothing.
The disconnect is so intense. that you had during the pandemic, where people were barely eating, where people were hit in their hives. Nancy Pelosi on national television eating $10 pint ice cream out of her $10,000 refrigerators.
And laughing at the peons.
Do not forget this, okay? Don't forget that. And like I said before, if you voted for them, we don't know. You don't know
We
me
don't
an
care.
apology.
Just-
You don't know us no money. Even though we probably should send you a bill. None
Yes.
of that. You know what? Learn your lesson and don't do it again.
Yes, please don't.
Don't.
Anyway, God bless.
Bye.
Bye-bye.